All right, let me tag the 7 guys that matter real quick for the personals. Tom's getting a personal case right now. And then we are going to get the random done real quick for the 6th person. Like I said, I apologize. Alright, I think that I have the sound off on the Facebook videos, but let me... And I do not. Where the hell is the... Alright, fix that. So I apologize for you guys not running this random for you 6 earlier, but between the holidays and everything and having to go into work today, it just went to go help put Joseph down. He wouldn't go down to sleep, so sat with him in the chair, and the Sandman got me. So I apologize for that, but let's run this real quick. What I did is I took you guys in alphabetical order by last name, so Becker, Britton, Cullison, Foost, Gervin, and Klosik, and then multiply that by 5 to get random. We have an alphabetical team list. Going to put you guys next to that. The favorite teams thing sound like a good idea that you guys were saying, but in all honesty, knowing that like the Pirates is, well, actually it's the Mariners is Dave's, and then or the Pirates, which the Pirates would kind of be fair for some of the other teams people said. The Twins for Thomas Foose is a little bit higher than everybody else, and then Cullison with the Orioles is just getting bent over. So it just wouldn't be fair. You guys have to pick teams that are like in the same realm to be fair, which then if you're going to start picking teams, you might as well just did the whole draft anyway. And you guys want to go with the random, so we'll go random. Got 10 rounds here. Random up your names. Just put straight fill right next to what your names are, and that's what's going to be the teams you guys are going to have. If for whatever reason you guys want to switch to a draft tomorrow morning, that's fine by me too, but we'll run the random, give you guys the teams, and if you guys think it's wildly unfair or whatever else, you guys can go with a draft and a chat tomorrow. But this is going to be the teams right here as we ran the 10 rounds, and I will post that underneath the little going to assume it's going to end up equaling out pretty well. The stuff isn't as top heavy as, or as top or bottom heavy as people say it is. There's a lot of teams that are not priced properly, in my personal opinion, but around the market of how everything is going, I think there's going to be some teams, like I think the Rockies are an underpriced team. I think the Mets, I even actually think, and it's probably one of the reasons why they get scooped up right away, but the Cardinals are a super underpriced team. But anyways, let's get into Tom's personal. Tom, if you're in here, let me know so I know I can start. Also, I'm about to send you a message too. I got to fix the camera. It's tilted as hell. But if you're in here, Tom, let me know. I'll shoot you a message. But we'll get rolling with the case here in a second. The DeWalt was at the shop, so I went and got a couple HTA cases from the shop too. That's something I was dealing with because I don't know where I put the key, so I had to wait for my wife to come home with the spare key, so that wasn't helpful either. It was just a day of coming back from the in-laws and then going to, going up to the in-laws with a pregnant wife. a dog. And then we bought a car because I'm having issues with my car. So we bought one of their family cars from them. So drove that back and came back a day early. And then the wife decided to come back, not early, but there's just a slight lack of communication between the two of us. It happens. But when she was going to come back, because I planned on doing these in the afternoon, like late afternoon, because I thought she was coming back in the evening. But she came back earlier than that, so apologize as I gather these. Let me get the camera straightened out. And bring my phone up, and we'll get rolling here. Alright, I definitely know that I have to grab 55 points. 1 second. I had like 4 cases of them delivered, so I knew I had. Fresh off the Chinese assembly line, 55 points. Alright, let's get rolling here. Good luck, Tom. I hope something disgusting's pulled in this. Open already. Everything is going to get dropped off first thing in the morning that's been broken Bowman Chrome-wise. So, as well as anything else that's been broken in the group. It hasn't been shipped, which actually I shipped a whole bunch of stuff right before Thanksgiving. So, you guys should actually have packages that showed up today, or I guess they show up Monday if the post office lost them. Or like Joe Went has a package that, I don't know, somewhere's in Illinois. I don't know, someone's like licking the package when it gets there. We got my man Cal Ripken Jr. there. But literally has an exception message saying that it's in Chicago, in his, whatever the not Chicago, but in the Illinois suburb. And they're fixing it, is like what the exception says. So I don't know what the hell that's all about, but if you ever need any tracking, let me know. Sometimes I have time to send it all out, but really, if we end up breaking as much as I think the group should fill, sometimes it's hard to get tracking, but I'm also having Jacob, who's going to be doing a lot more of the shipping. Hopefully he can get together and start to send everybody their tracking too. Be helpful. Cal Ripken Jr., good luck charm here. Give him a nice throw for all the boxes for Tom. Put these to the side. Just want to put them on camera to get the rubs so nobody thinks I'm doing a facade of them. And let's get rolling here. Like I said, good luck. 2 autographs per hobby. Last case we had was a pretty good case. Had a lot of color in it. Hopefully this one can match for Tom. We are back to the overhead camera instead of that side camera, which I think is a little bit better, but there seems to be a lot of groups that there's still a lot of groups that break on like an iPhone, which I don't understand. I guess I get it if you're like super technologically inept, but overall I personally don't understand the whole no camera, no overhead camera. especially when pretty much everybody else has one. So I don't. A couple teams left in the HTA. I think there's more than half the teams left in the case for Allen and Ginter. We have Julio Rodriguez to start us off. That's a nice rookie card. We have Rodolfo Castro, Andrew Painter, Shades of Greatness, Khalil Watson, Vera, Vidal Brujan, Springer, and a nice canary yellow start on the Quintana. It's going to be 10 out of 75. On the Roismar Quintana, we have Anthony Gutierrez, Arias, Max Scherzer, Luis Gil, and apparently the autographs in the second pack in this case. We have Michael Burrows, 215 out of 299 on the Speckle. Or no, in the first pack, I guess. So I guess we'll have to keep that in mind. At least I think I put the third pack at the bottom. Maybe I didn't. Drew Baker, Savala, George Kirby, Ronald Acuna Jr., color match purple shimmer Zach Veen, 113 out of 250. Top 5 prospect in the Rockies organization. Sal Frelick, PCA, O'Neill Cruz, Contreras. How was your Thanksgiving, Tom? And I guess everybody else. We got Elijah Dunham, Lorenzo, Jay Allen, Madrigal, Alvarez, Khalil Watson, Anthony Volpe, Willie Fanis. Like I said, I know mine was tiring. Most holidays are, I guess. Guess once you get the little people, the children, you're going to end up having... Alright, we'll see if if it's still the third pack. If it was not the third pack and it was the first... It wouldn't have been the first pack. It would have been the last pack, so... I guess whenever you get toddlers and little children, it's always hectic and tiresome. It's a random pack. I'll try to figure it out, I guess. We got Brian De La Cruz, Francisco Lindor, Wander Franco on the Shades of Greatness, Jordan Walker, Acuna, Luis Robert, Joey Bart. Got Curtis Mead for the Rays on the Speckle. It's going to be a 286 out of 299 for the Rays. Oh, nice, I was going to say. Sounds like a good Thanksgiving. Curtis Mead, also a top 100 guy. We have Prieto, Kuva, Devers, Joe Adele, and we got Ryan Reckley for the Giants. 323 out of 499. So first box coming with 2 color on the autograph. I know technically this is a refractor, but I mean it's still numbered and it's still technically a color, right? In my opinion. We have Ricardo Cabrera, Juan, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Joey Votto, Artiga, Ellie De La Cruz, Campos, Matt Chapman, Rizzo, Brett Batty, Lonnie White Jr., Mendez, James Wood, Joe Mack, Yiddy Capet, and Nick York. So that's the first Hobby box down. Into number 2. It seemed like the weather in the Northeast was nice. I was gonna say it was nice and dry. Well, it was. I should say it was wet in New Jersey, but it was warm and dry. I don't know if it was wet in Maryland or not, but the weather seemed to be relatively nice for November. Michael Burrows looks like Trevor Williams so much. It's kind of crazy. No one knows. It doesn't watch the Pirates. Trevor Williams is one of the pitchers for the Pirates currently, but he has like a whole sleeve on his left arm and a little reddish brown beard as well. So, Eloy Jimenez, Javier Baez, Juan Bin Cho. Juan Bin Cho, and that's going to be 294 out of 299. Going to the Cardinals. I think this is one of the sleepers. I think he's a little bit older, but one of the top guys from Korea. All right, he's not a little bit older, but he's one of the top guys from Korea. Born in 03, so what's that make him? 19. Jason Dominguez, Garrett Mitchell, Alec Bohm, Aaron Judge, Leonardo Balcazar. Nice autograph here. Like his signature. The Reds have a good farm system right now. We got Leonard, Lawler, Lodolo, Alec Thomas, and Wilman Diaz. Confidant, Artiga, Bobby Witt Jr., Wilson Contreras, Drew Baker on the shimmer. The only thing about tomorrow is because the Steelers don't play. I always find just the NFL games hard to stay intrigued whenever you don't have your team to cheer for. We got Mejia, Vaquero, Brian Hayes, Dylan Carlson, Hunter Bishop, Alex DeJesus, Jason Churio, Christian Pache, Josh Donaldson, Ellie De La Cruz, Trey Sweeney, and Henry Davis. What am I doing? Talking about Cho. Maybe this is the pack that has the autograph. I'm going to figure out what pack has the autograph. Eventually. I'll check it out, Austin. You have MJ Melendez, Yepez, Giancarlo Stanton on the mint or teal. 108 out of 199. We got Wilman Diaz, Hedbert Perez, Spencer Torkelson, Bryson Stott, and Jake Rucker. 79 out of 100 on the Atomic. I've seen some talk about Rucker. I have to go back through my sheet to see where he sits at. We got Muncy, Tavar, and Paguero. Quintana, Borgala, Cho, Wander Franco, Corey Seager, Jason Dominguez, Velasquez, Matt McLean, Salvador Perez, Freddie Freeman, Curtis Meade, Shades of Greatness, Dustin Harris, Garcia, Otani, Tatis Jr., Tristan Casas, and the Arizona Fall League, Job and Luis Mesa. Anybody coming in here, remember there is an Origins breakup. There is a HTA full case. There was a random hobby case, but I didn't take it down officially. It was more so everyone could see it. I was going to leave it up for like an hour, but I believe the only two people in there that I had to give money back to is Thomas Fust and Alex Hoffman. I don't think anybody else had actually settled, so this is just personal. This is literally just Thomas, your fellow namesake Tom Scarberry, doing a personal case Chrome hobby. So for the random, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure you paid for the random, Thomas, and I was actually gonna message you about credit. If you want to use his credit, I was going to add a few dollars to it for paying up front, since I essentially had your money held up for like 48 days. So not the bank. Not that I was making interest on it like the bank, but there's no reason I should be holding your money if the break's never going to happen. But it looks like that random got no traction at all. I'm not sure why, but it just didn't. We got O'Neal Cruz, Contreras, because I would try to blame it on post reach, but it actually reached like 600 people, so it can't even be that. We got Yiddy Capet, Placencia, Vasquez, Nolan Arenado, Chris Bryant. We're going to have the Mintberry Crunch Rojas, one of the Padres. New parallel. Great prospect. It's going to be a 28 out of 125 on the Rojas. Marte, Fernandez, CJ Abrams, Juan Soto. We have S. Stanley Castillo. No, we didn't get anywhere with the random. That's what I was trying to say. Like, I was just gonna close it down and repost that case as a pick your team, I guess. Christian Hernandez, Jose Rodriguez, Mike Trout, Giancarlo Stanton, Shades of Greatness, Acuna, Meade, Colton Cowser, Vlade, Ryan Mountcastle, Nick York on the Shimmer. De Los Santos, Colas, Joe Ryan, Albert Pujols, Austin Wells, Weimer, and Don Kahn. And then I looked around too, thinking that the random price was too high, but it's not. I mean, I guess I found like one or two groups that was running at like 125, which I could drop it down to 125, but I really don't think the $4 a person is gonna make a difference where people are magically gonna be like, it's $4 cheaper, let me hop in it. And I'm just not running randoms to fill a random, or I'm not running fillers to run a random, if that makes sense. To me, that just doesn't logic. Like, I can see with a pick your team, you do it because there's just a team, maybe the price is too high, or people don't agree with your pricing because everybody has their own opinions about pricing for anything. But yeah, for a random, I just don't ever see the point of it. We got Julio Rodriguez, Castro, Henry Davis, Marco Luciano, Pedro Pineda, Vidal Brujan, George Springer, and we got Matt McLean, Reds first round pick in 21 draft. 232 out of 299. He wasn't in 21 draft. He was just a first round pick in the 21 draft. His first autograph was obviously in 2022 Bowman. That's why he's a first in here. Right now, this J-Rod, I should probably sleeve it because why his Chrome is selling for $20, I'm not really sure, but it is. And like I said, I'm going to have this out Monday, so hopefully if you want to sell some of them, Tom, you can throw them up on the interwebs. We have Angelis, Luis Rodriguez, Max Scherzer, Luis Gil. We have Edison Polino, which I'm sure if Gervin was here, he'd be all over this one. Trying to buy it. The Red Sox prospect. Munoz and Hernandez. Sam Bachman, George Valera. Marcelo Mayer, Acosta, Madrigal, Yordan Alvarez, Colas, Balcazar, Noel, George Kirby, Ronald Acuna Jr. Got Bobby Miller, Yasser Mercedes, and DeAndrade. That was box number 3. Get into box number 4. Ourselves a slow burner here. I'm also up to break 500 on the Charm City points thing, so I'll continue to grind that away, and I will 100% have it updated by Monday night. Before the end of the month, I'm going to post what the VIP break is, so essentially top 10 guys that earn points for the month, which I think with this case here, Tom probably sealed the deal in top 10 for him, but I'm probably going to do a 3-box free break. It'll 3 sports, basketball, football, and baseball, and I think the boxes are probably going to be about $100 each a box. So, and it's just going to be 10 spots, 30 random cities. With like basketball is going to have the Spurs are going to have to go to like Pittsburgh or somebody, but I'll figure out exactly how it is. But I mean, no one can really complain if it's just a free extra perk for being a top 10 member for the month. We have Salvador Perez. And I know for the basketball, I'm putting in a Hoops Premium Stock 2019. So that's Zion's and Zion and Ja's rookie year. We got Freeman, Marcelo Mayer. I'm not sure what I'm doing for baseball and football yet. We got Wes Kath, Veras. I'm probably going to do a 2021 Origins Blaster, or International Blaster, I should say. Eloy Jimenez. Javier Baez, we got Jose Altuve, and for the baseball, not exactly sure what I'm going to do. We got a 400 out of 199. Might do a Series 2 hobby with no base shipped. And that's going to be the Ray Wave Teal out of 199 on the Altuve. Guzman, Montgomery, Bohm, Aaron Judge. And we got Jack Herman for the Pirates. Seen quite a few autograph only guys even this early, which is always interesting. Blaze Jordan, Robert Hassel, Nick Lodolo, Alec Thomas, Colson Montgomery, Jordan Walker, Acuna, Witt Jr., Wilson Contreras, Yiddy Capet on the Shimmer, Prieto, Cuva, Cabrian Hayes, Dylan Carlson, Jose Tena, Ricardo Cabrera, and Simone Juan. And I'll also have a full breakdown on how like the Charm City loyalty points work too. I have most of the write-up written. I just haven't officially posted it yet because there's a few tweaks to see exactly how I want to do them. And I believe we're going to do 2 boxes for Kyle Wellman afterwards if he's up. Of Hobby. So I have to run behind me and grab those. I want to say it's been the 4th pack is where the autograph is at, which is the pack I just opened. Let's see if I'm right. We got Torque. Hopefully it's a better bounce back year because I know there's a few people that have some decent investments in him. We got Bryson Stott. Oh, nope. Right there is the autograph. Michael Hernandez. Part of the Orioles organization, which they have a bunch of young guys. Should see a lot of young players coming up and down the organization the next year or two. They keep saying they're going to spend money this offseason. I'm not convinced they're going to, but we will see. You never know. Harry Ford, Quintana, Yelich, Altuve, Velasquez, Zach Veen, Bernabel, Hernandez, and Garcia. Verdugo, Perez, Wander Franco, Corey Seager, Khalil Watson, Hernandez, Rojas, Otani, Tatis Jr., Zach Thompson, Morabel, Reckley, Melendez, Yepez. You got Jose Rodriguez. We had 242 out of 250 on the purple. Valera and Peguero. Quarter of the way through here. Also, my recycling guys absolutely hate me. I think I've talked about this before, but they are not fans of me. The other day they refused, like 1 week they refused to take my recycling, so I had a bag of like soda cans. That I put in there, and they didn't take my entire recycling because of it. We have Eloy Jimenez, Javier Baez. We have Yordani de los Santos on the True Gold, 41 out of 50. It does have a print line across his chest. But so the next week, like Allen and Ginter came out. Something else came out too. Anyways, they had like a bunch of cardboard boxes, so they wrote me a note saying I need to make sure that my cardboard boxes are inside the recycling bin. It's like a lose-lose. But they wouldn't take the cans because they said they're in a plastic bag and they don't take anything in, or they were in a garbage bag. They don't take anything in garbage bag. I was just gathering up all the cans that I had in the basement. I didn't take up that I put to the side to bring up the recycling, and I never had an issue with it before. But, yeah. So they're not happy with me. Ricardo Cabrera, Simone Juan, Salvador Perez, Freeman, Curtis Mead, Prieto, and Kuva. And I'm sure they will not be happy with me with all the Bowman cases. They're going to have to hopefully clean up the next couple days. We can get some more stuff ripped here. We got Alec Bohm, Aaron Judge, got Colin Burns, who I believe he's had autographs and other products. Obviously, he hasn't had any in Bowman, but did he have a base in 2022? I know he has autographs in like Panini and stuff, but I can't remember if he has a base or not. We have Capay. I don't think he does. We have York, Alec Thomas, Wilman Diaz, Shades of Greatness, Contreras, and that's going to be a refractor out of 499, 108 out of 499 to be exact. Anybody else watch the Michigan-Ohio State game? What's your guys' thoughts on that one? We have Ellie De La Cruz, Campos, Wilson Contreras, Lodolo, Colton Cowser, Lonnie White Jr., Mendez, Carlson, Witt Jr., Bay, Khalil Watson, and Vera. They have to fire the coach now, right? Like, Ohio State losing 2 in a row is unheard of. It means the coach has to go, I'm assuming. Ohio State does not take well to losing to Michigan. So. Soon the head coach's tenure there is going to be ending. Josh Donaldson, Cabrian Hayes, Ellie De La Cruz, Anthony Gutierrez, Arias, JD Martinez, Pache. We have Campos on the refractor. It's going to be an 86 out of 499 of the Tigers. It is the Tigers' top 30 prospect. First was in 2022, Bowman. We have Drew Baker, Zavala, Mookie Betts, Andrew Vaughn, and behind Vaughn is going to be Evan Lee for the Nationals. On the autograph. Right team, wrong person. Anthony Volpe, Willie Fanis, Bryce Harper, Joey Gallo, Jordan Lawler, Sal Frelick, PCA, Hunter Green, Royce Lewis, and behind him we have a Danny D. Andrade on the Orange Shimmer. 5 out of 25. Pulled a couple oranges in the first 2 cases that are open, but we haven't pulled a first orange. That's the first one. Nice hit there, Tom. We have Lorenzo, Allen, Lowe, Suzuki, Outman, Triantos, and Polino. Give me the breakdown as a Twins fan. Is that Carlos Correa's replacement? I know. Everybody in the box is like a strong hold investment type player pretty much. I mean, there's Jackson Chourio and Julio Rodriguez, obviously, that have autographs in here. They're pretty much... I mean, Jackson Chourio is guaranteed to probably be... You hope not because you don't think he's that good, or you hope not because you want Carlos Correa to stay? This will put us halfway through on this box, as it's box number 6. India Sheets, Jackson Merrill, Jason Dominguez, Garrett Mitchell, Aaron Ashby, Miguel Cabrera, and nice hit here, Roderick Arias, 340 out of 499 on the refractor. We have Leonard, Lawler, Arias, Miranda, and we have Juan Guerrero, 75 out of 299. Not really sure how I feel about the signature on the speckle. This dude mashed in minor league ball. 75 out of 299 on the speckle. This isn't Vladdy's little brother or something like that, is it? That can't be. I was gonna say 01. To be like the same age. Cousin, just the same namesake. Confidant and Artiga. Randy Arozarena, Bo Bichette, Blaze Jordan, Mejia, Vaquero, Marsh. That's such a good 1-2 combo in a pack. Vaquero and Mejia. Machado, you have Roberto Campos on the shimmer. Alright, we do not want to see any more Roberto Campos, okay? Thomas had enough of this guy already. De Jesus Churio, Ramirez, Crawford, Weimer, Trey Sweeney, Henry Davis. I already said whenever I was doing the random for the 6-person one, the Cardinals and the Rockies are underpriced. It is what it is. The problem is if I make them higher, no one's going to take them. Because you can go to a different group and get them for dirt cheap. If you're not in this group and you're in other groups, I highly recommend jumping on the Cardinals or the Rockies. Because normally people have them underpriced. In my opinion, by a good amount. Especially the Cardinals. I've seen some pricing for the Cardinals, and it's like way too low. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Matt Manning, Pedro Pineda, Wilman Diaz, Hebert Perez, Jared Kelnick, Starling Marte. We have Luis Gil on the photo variation. We pulled this same photo variation in the last case, so that's kind of funny. I guess he's a pitcher, but he's also a Yankee, so it's actually probably one of the better photo variations out of the rookies to pull if you're not going to get one of the big names. Max Muncy, Tavar, Duran, Jake Berger, Jason Moroble. That's going to be 303 out of 499. Yeah, but there's only really one prospect for the Nationals that matters, and their team is the most expensive. I mean, I guess you can count House, but I mean, House, the really same thing. Two guys, and at least the two guys for the two guys for the Cardinals are at least first. We got Bergala and Cho. We have Quan, Jackson Jobe, Corey Seager. It's going to be 251 out of 299 on the fuchsia. That's a nice hit again, Tom, on that out of 499 refractor. Rangers have some pretty good prospects in their system as well. They do really well signing internationally. We got Velasquez, McLean. Even if they're not guys that stay with the Rangers, they do a good job. Them and the Astros do a really good job down in Texas finding the right talent. Raleigh, Marcus Semien, Jay Allen, Jackson Jobe, Mesa, Marte Cabrera, Landon Knack, Dustin Harris, and Garcia. We're halfway through and the color picked up, which is always nice. Just taking a little drink break. I see Dave popped in here. Dave, I ran that random, but the big issue with my son falling asleep tonight is there's nobody that competes with Grandpa. I mean, he was Grandpa's shadow, and then everybody's his two cousins left. So I have a nephew that's like a couple months younger than my son, and then I have a niece that's 6 weeks old. And they both went home Friday after I left, so he was by himself all day today and Friday evening, and he just basking up all the attention. Was not happy when he got home today. I was told he needs to go to sleep. We got Francisco Lindor, Trey Turner, Colton Cowser, Brian Acuna, Eric Hernandez, Joey Bart, Brian De La Cruz, Denzer Guzman, 148 out of 250 on the purple. Going to the Angels. James Wood, Benny Montgomery, Joe Adele, Luis Robert, and we get Victor Labrada, 13 out of 299, and he's one of the guys that no one's talking about that has the base in 2022, and then the autograph in here. The only person they care about is Jackson Chourio, and they think it's stupid that it's a first because blah 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 blah. But there's several guys that they have done this with. In history, there's several guys they have done it with this year. It's just there hasn't been a prospect that is of Jackson Chourio's talent level in a while. I don't know if the numbers held up throughout the year, but I know at one point in time he was like the only player to do what he was doing that wasn't Juan Soto, Bryce Harper, and Mike Trout in the minors. I'm talking about Jackson Chourio, not about Labrada. So, Pedro Pineda, Marco Luciano, and Josh Lowe. Campos, Angeles, Luis Rodriguez. Votto, Devers, Henry Davis, Samuel Munoz. Alexis Hernandez, Anthony Rizzo, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Nelson Velasquez, Marcelo Mayer, and Victor Acosta. I know people were asking me too when I mentioned baseball personals or the Bowman Chrome. Asking me about soccer, basketball. If there's anything you ever want, hobby box wise, let me know. If I don't have it, I can get it, and I can get you a price. And I'll pretty much, if I don't have it in stock, I'll sell it to you for pretty much what I'm paying for from a distributor plus shipping. So we got Rodolfo Castro, Matt Chapman, which will probably be cheaper than whatever it is on Dave and Adams or whatever else. We got Pedro Pineda, Leonardo Balcazar, Noel, George Springer, Julio Rodriguez, Jason Morabel, Yasser Mercedes de Andrade, Luis Gil, Vidal Brujan, and Yasser Mercedes for the Twins. Plasencia, Vasquez, Alvarez, Scherzer, Jackson Jobe, Noelvi Marte, Fernandez, Acuna Jr., Madrigal. We have a Simone Juan, Shimmer. Christian Hernandez, Rodriguez, Contreras, George Kirby, Gabriel Moreno, and Curtis Mead with Colton Cowser. That's going to be that hobby box. Get into box number 8. No, Dave, this is Tom Scarberry did a personal case of Bowman Chrome. Say this jokingly. Jackson Churio 101 gets pulled. Someone is ringing my doorbell at 12:30 at night. I'm joking. Would never ever. But you're going to have to fly me out to somewhere in West Virginia to meet you, because I am not shipping a 101 Jackson Churio in the mail. Especially not during the holidays. We have Josh Donaldson, O'Neal Cruz. Oh. Bowman Ascension's case hit here. On the Blaze Jordan. Got Yiddy Capet, Nick York, JD Martinez, Christian Pache. We got a CJ Abrams. Canary Yellow. Be a 33 out of 75. I wonder how Abrams' value holds. Like, if he becomes a very, very good shortstop, being that he got traded from the Padres and all his rookie cards from the Padres, I wonder how they hold up price-wise. We got Ellie De La Cruz, Campos, Betts, Andrew Vaughn, and I have a True Gold Donta Williams, 40 out of 50. Going to the Orioles. There is a lot of talk about this kid being very, very good. He just has no power. He's fast as hell, though. But he did not have a autograph in 2021 draft, so they give him one here. We have Lonnie White Jr., Mendez, Joey Gallo, Hedbert Perez, Bo Bichette, Khalil Watson, Vera, Royce Lewis, Bryce Harper, Alvarez, Gutierrez. Dave, I think we're going to do your guys' tomorrow so everyone has a chance to trade or whatever else. We got Arias, Suzuki, and everybody's awake. You guys can let me know whatever time you want to do it. Green, Avon Johnson, Drew Baker, and Savala. Being that the Steelers don't play tomorrow, as long as you guys give me a little bit of heads up time-wise, I can make it work. Like I said, there is a few teams left in HTA, a few teams left in the football break. Trey Turner, Josh Lowe, Carson Williams, Anthony Volpe, Willie Fannis, De La Cruz, Lindor. We got Max Muncy on the fuchsia. Be something out of 199. 156 out of 199. Sal Frelick, PCA. Luis Robert, Joey Bart. We have Yorbit Vivas, 75 out of 99. Lorenzo and Allen. Rafael Devers, Joe Adele, Valera, Triantos, Polino, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Joey Votto. We're going to have Yordani De Los Santos, 170 out of 199 on the fuchsia. Yeah, Vivas was another guy that had his first in. There's quite a few of them on the fuchsia shimmer. We got Acuna, Hernandez, Chapman, Anthony Rizzo, Nick Gonzalez, James Wood, and Montgomery. Also, Tom, do you want the veteran base and the prospect base that's not like first? If you do, I mean, I'll send it. I don't care one way or another. You have enough stuff here where it's going in a flat rate regardless. I just don't know if that's something you do anything with or you end up just throwing it in the trash. And it's more, I don't want to burden you with a bunch of base that you're just going to have to toss out anyway. I mean, I separate it from everything else, so it's not like you'd have to do anything other than be like, this is a base pile and chuck it in the trash, or that's what you do with it, but alright, sounds good. Obviously, all the rookies and everything will be sleeved and top-loaded like always. Here's a good one, I was going to say. Save that auto for last. Right, we got Dustin Harris, Garcia, Seager, Torkelson, Valera, Jason Dominguez, Garrett Mitchell, Tatis Jr., Wander Franco. It's a pretty good mini box, to be honest, overall. We got a 9 out of 50 gold shimmer, Jason Dominguez. I know it's like his 18th card, but nonetheless, he's still a top guy. And there's still some Yankees nut job that's like, I gotta build me a Jason Dominguez rainbow. He's gonna be the next Mickey Mantle. He's the greatest. Eddie Leonard, Lara, Freeman, Otani, Nick Gonzalez, Confidant, Artiga. I do think Jason Dominguez should be a good outfielder. He's a 5-tool type talent. But Jose Altuve, Jose Ramirez. That was more me just making fun of Yankees fans. We got Carson Williams, Velasquez, McLean. I just lost 4 members in the group for me making fun of Yankees. It's okay. We got Juan Yepez, not really, but they're a little soft-skinned. We got Yelich, Michael Hernandez for the Orioles. Them and Phillies, one of the biggest shit-talking fan bases. Philadelphia guys and the New York guys. Softest grandma's fucking cookies coming out the oven. 63 out of 125 on the Hernandez. Started making fun of their team a little bit. They all have a conniption. We have Job Mesa, Bryson Stott, MJ Melendez, and we have a 32 out of 50 mini diamond gold Daniel Kuva. Going to the Rangers. Well, they're good. It's going to Tom, but he is a Ranger. Habit. Whether that's a bad or good habit. Gonna die hard. Did you see the Kuva, Tom, or did you miss it? Because it says you came back in watching. So if you missed it, I can pull it back up from the back. Actually, I should just switch these guys. It doesn't make any sense to have the gold in the back. Okay. Obviously, I'm not no real breaks or best card breaks when it comes to volume, but I haven't seen a case in 3 cases that hasn't had a decent amount of color. I was going to say, so maybe it's just me and I'm just that awesome, or I just think every case has some nice color in it. We have Miguel Cabrera, Jonathan India, O'Neal Cruz, Weimer, Don Kahn, Miranda, Aaron Ashby, Bo Bichette on the teal Ray Wave, 145 out of 199. I will say I think the random player breaks, whether you like them or you don't like them, I personally think they're a nice way to move a lot of cases of product if you're a company. But I think they are the biggest ripoff to your customer base. Jose Ramos, Willie Vasquez, Bo Bichette, Gabriel Arias, and we got Willie Fanis for the Mets. I know there's a few different groups running them. And the reason I say that is because at 118 spots or 120 spots, whatever they're running it at, the amount of people that are negative return on investment without hitting like 5 autographs of the player they get is utterly ridiculous. We got Willie Fanis, especially when in those groups they could literally just run a 5-case break of random teams or whatever else and they would fill. We have Francisco Alvarez, Carson Williams, Hedbert Perez, Victor Acosta, Wilman Diaz, Hedbert Perez, Manny Machado, Randy Arozarena, Francisco Alvarez, Max Muncy, Tavar, Brandon Crawford, Brandon Marsh, Avon Johnson, Bargola, and Cho. It's literally the only breaks where the entire break group could be negative return on investment, or the entire break could be negative return on investment for everybody in the break once it's ripped. I don't think you could run a pick at that size. I don't think you could run a pick your team break where everybody would be negative return on investment in the entire break. Just my thought process. Not saying that like breaking is all about just making money or whatever else for the people getting in the break or the people breaking it. Just in general, I don't like the format. Someone's gonna record this, gonna edit the video 2.5 years from now and be like, you're a jackass that's running random player breaks. But it's mostly because there'll be 30 people that suggest me to do it, and I'm a glutton for punishment and listen to everybody, and then it never works out. Also, after we get the Origins football, I'm going to have a whole list of football for personals. I'm going to run a December special for personals on football and try to put anything that is 2021 that I have here is going to be lower than whatever the retail value is to try to move some of it. Because I have I'd say about $40,000 worth of football sitting in my basement behind me. And probably another $15,000 of basketball minimum that I try to get breaks to fill up quickly for it. I mean, when I'm talking about this stuff, I'm not upset or whatever, disappointed or anything like that. I'm just saying I have a lot of it. I have to move it. I'd rather have people break it at a good price for personals or whatever else than sell it on DealerNet to some guy that's going to then mark it up 150% to his local people. We got Paul Goldschmidt. Not that they're going to do that, but there's still a chance. We got Elliot Ramos, Wander Franco, Jose Ramos, Willie Vasquez, Shane Bays, Mackenzie Gore, Juan Bin Cho for the Cardinals out of 99. Nice color here, 57 out of 99. I'm a huge fan of the Korean players. Korean and Japanese players, man, they have an international market that just the American and Caribbean players do not have. But we have Alvarez, Carson Williams, Pete Alonso, Matt Olson. Oh, here's another one, Esteban Machado, 12 out of 499. Another guy with first in Bowman 2022, but no auto. Give him his auto in here. Wilman Diaz and Hedbert Perez. Kyle Tucker. James Wood. Mookie Betts on the Dodgers, 195 out of 299. Max Muncy, Tavar, Buxton, Reed Detmers, Artiga, Bergola, Cho, Jeremy Pena, Kyle Lewis, Batty, Velasquez, and McLean. Hey, nothing, Justin. How are you, buddy? Here we go. We got Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Andrew Painter. Oh, nice Wander Franco out of 150. 122 out of 150 on the Franco. Franco's going to get healthy next year, and everybody's going to regret selling their Franco cards for less than they should have been selling them for. We got Jackson Jobe Mesa, Starling Marte, Matt Manning, Alex De Jesus, 398 and 499. Talking about the regular or the HTAs, we have Harris and Garcia, Jake Berger, Jared Kelnick, Junior Perez for the Athletics, J-Dom, Garrett Mitchell, Stephen Kwan, Jaron Durant, Khalil Watson, Leonard, Lawler, Cal Raleigh, Marcus Semien. Nice color match on the purple shimmer Fernandez. 230 out of 250. This is actually a sick looking card. And Fernandez is supposed to be the best Rocky. But the Cuban, born on 1-1. Confidant, Artiga, Marte, Edward Cabrera, Dunham, Mejia, and Vaquero. Alright, last 2 boxes. Yeah, I wish you would have got more Cosmic Chrome than just 1 case there, but it's hard to come by. They didn't print a lot of it, so. It was a full case, Corey, yes. We have Julio Rodriguez, Rodolfo Castro, Pineda, Cabrera, Juan, Vidal Brujan, George Springer. We have Leonard Balcazar on the screwdriver. 39 out of 75. Yeah, there's a lot of people having issues with that, but then people don't want to turn on all notifications. We got Yiddy Capay, Nick York, Max Scherzer, and Luis Gil. And the problem is I can only tag 99 people. We had JoJo Blackman on the autograph. There was 5 autos in the case. 4 autos total in the case, but there ended up being 5 for the Cosmic. We got De La Cruz, Campos, Jackson Jobe, Matos, Lonnie White Jr., Mendez, Madrigal, Alvarez, Jay Allen, Khalil Watson, Vera, George Kirby, Ronald Acuna Jr., Knack, Anthony Gutierrez, and Roderick Arias. So yeah, that's my biggest issue with not having the @everyone for Facebook, Corey, is if I would @everyone once a day, even if they hated me and more people left the group, there's still the people that want to see the post to be able to see it. So I don't have it. The only person that has it is PJ, but it doesn't have the same effect that PJ does it because PJ's not me. So people are like, oh, why is he, like, who's this guy? Like, they don't go in there and be like, oh, it's Charm City. They just assume it's some random group they joined, so it doesn't really have the same effect when PJ does it. I haven't had it in months. Jackson Merrill, Drew Baker, Zavala, CJ Abrams, Juan Soto, Parker Chavez, or Chevers Chavez. Parker Chavez. I think people hate it because there's a lot of people that tag you for like the dumbest shit ever. We got Sal Frelick, PCA, Mike Trout, Giancarlo Stanton, Blaze Jordan, Lorenzo, Jay Allen, Vlade, and Ryan Mountcastle. Like, there's people that'll tag you in groups for like lines and like. Yanquiel Fernandez on the Fuchsia Shimmer 99 out of 199. Which to me, to do that is stupid. You're just letting Facebook know that, hey, I'm going to tag everyone from my line. That's not legal because you're running an auction or you're running a raffle. And yeah, I just want it so I can do a nightly summary post at like 7 p.m. after I'm done posting any breaks and any break that's open, so everyone can just see them and go through them and be like, oh, I want to get in this break, I want to get in that break. But like I said, I might try to do that with PJ, but it's just one of those things where it doesn't have the same effect. We got Triantos, Polino, Joe Ryan, Albert Pujols, Joey Weimer, Brian Acuna, Eric Hernandez, Contreras, O'Neal Cruz, Nolan Arenado, Chris Bryant, and we got Junior Perez. It's going to be an 18 out of 25 on the orange. And it seems to be more common, too, in, like, groups that break retail. And I know you're a fan of retail, but I don't think retail should be ever used for breaks, in my personal opinion. Anthony Volpe and Fannis. Maybe if you're using it as, like, an enhancement to add maybe, let's say you're running, like, I don't know. Let's say we're on HTA and Bowman Chrome Megas were out already, and I wanted to add a Mega or two to it to give people some cards or a little bit of skunk protection. That'd be different than, like, here's an 87 Blaster football break. Like, I mean, I guess those cards have some value, but they don't have the same value. So, like when I was building the Pat Fryermuth Mosaic Rainbow, there is far more. The hobby parallels are far more expensive than any of the retail ones. So you can get the retail orange ones for like $5. To me, it doesn't make sense if you're getting like a 2-case or 1-case retail break, why you want to get in a couple box hobby case, because at least if you hit something in the, or not hobby case, hobby box, because if you're paying about the same price, at least you hit something in the hobby box, if it's an auto or something that's going to have true value compared to the retail stuff isn't really going to be that valuable. We got Jose Ramirez, Brandon Crawford, Luis Rodriguez Hernandez, Rojas, Christian Yelich, Jose Altuve, and Fernando Tatis Jr. on the teal 80 out of 199 Ray Wave. Kyle, you in here? I was going to say, If you want to do the 2 boxes, I'll grab them off the shelf after we're done with this. We got Morabel, Reckley, MJ Melendez, Yepez. We're going to have Dante Williams, 138 out of 250. Or Donta. For the Orioles. Westcath and Veras. Spencer Torkelson, Bryson Stott, Paguero, Guzman, Montgomery, Wander Franco, Corey Seager, Ricardo Cabrera on the shimmer. Blaze Jordan, Robert Hassel, Shohei Ohtani, Fernando Tatis Jr., Cole Henry, Jordan Walker, and Acuna. Last mini box. Jonathan India, Gavin Sheets, Jay Allen, Alex De Jesus, Jason Churio, Aaron Ashby, Cabrera, Nick Madrigal on the purple out of 250. Ellie De La Cruz is in this, but it's not. He doesn't have any autographs or firsts. We have 168 out of 250. It is just his prospect parallels. Trey Sweeney, Henry Davis, Gabriel Arias, Miranda, and Luis Chevalier. The last case break we ran, Corey, was Ellie had a couple different. There was 2 parallels. Ellie De La Cruz prospect colors, I should say, is an out of 99, and I can't remember what the other number was. We have Zach Veen, Warming Bernabel, Noel, Jose Ramos, George Valera, Paguero, Randy Rosarena, Bo Bichette, Jose Ramos, Harry Ford, Quintana, Brandon Marsh, Manny Machado, J.J. Bleday, Verdugo, which is like one of the worst photoshops I've seen for the helmet, and Perez. Absolute rookie. Absolute rookie job on the airbrush over the helmet. And that is going to be the full case for Tom on the personal. Let's do a quick recap of the hits. Obviously a huge stack of first. This is like the most first heavy thing ever. Almost need to charge for a top loading service when I do the 30-team breaks. We obviously had a couple Arias Rodriguez's, of Vaqueros. We had a lot. He got every guy's base that he could possibly get as I chuck autographs to other autographs. Trying to grab Arias off the thing for non-autos. And anyways, let's get rolling here through the hits real quick. Let me message Kevin or Kyle and see if he wants to go live for this. Let's go over the hits real quick for Tom on a recap. Got Madrigal out of 250, Cabrera on the shimmer, Tatis Jr., Perez out of 25, nice one here, and this is going to be an 18 out of 25. Fernandez on the fuchsia shimmer, Balcazar. Another Fernandez. We have De Jesus on the refractor, Wander Franco out of 150, Mookie Betts on the fuchsia. We have Cho out of 99, Bichette on the teal Ray Wave, Hernandez on the teal, Jason Dominguez on the gold shimmer. De Los Santos on the fuchsia shimmer. Muncie on the fuchsia. Jordani De Los Santos. The true gold. CJ Abrams on the canary yellow. Blaze Jordan on the Bowman Ascensions case hit. Simone Wan on the shimmer. Morabel on the fuchsia. Denzer Guzman on the purple. Corey Seager on the fuchsia. Luis Gill photo variation. Campos on the shimmer. Quintana on the canary yellow. Campos on the refractor. Contreras on the refractor. Cho on the speckle. Rodriguez on the purple. Yidi Capet on the shimmer. Altuve on the teal ray wave. I'm going to have McLean on the speckle. York on the shimmer. Mintberry Crunch Rojas. Stanton on the teal ray wave. Drew Baker on the shimmer. Mead on the speckle. Color match purple shimmer. Veen. Arias on the refractor out of 499. And D. Andrade on the orange shimmer. Getting into the autographs. We're going to have Luis Chevalier. Donta Williams, 138 out of 250 on the true purple. Parker Chavers going on the base. JoJo Blackman on the base. That looks very much less like Joey B as in Joey Burrow. His once and sure looked like Joe Burrow's almost exactly. We have Yuner Perez. Estevan Machado, 12 out of 499. Willie Fanis. Balcazar. Polino. Mercedes. Ryan Reckley, 323 out of 499. Estanley. Castillo. Michael Hernandez. Jack Herman. Evan Lee. Donta Williams on a 40 out of 50 true gold. And Colin Burns. We have up here on the board, we have Jason Morabel. 303 out of 499 on the refractor. 215 out of 299, Michael Burrows. Victor Labrada. It's going to be 13 out of 299. Juan Guerrero. Going to be 75 out of 299 on the speckle. Jake Rucker. 79 out of 100 on the atomic. Yorbit Vivas. It's going to be 75 out of 99 on the true green. And then we're going to have Daniel Kuva, 32 out of 50 on the gold mini diamonds. And that is the hits for Tom. I'll wait a second to see if Kyle wants to get his 2 boxes that he asked for tonight, or if he wants to wait to a different time or tomorrow. I'm not sure. If anybody else wants anything, let me know. Like I said, $289 for the hobby and $319 for the HTA. There is an HTA full case up that is, I think it's like 3 teams away or so. There's an Origins. Sounds good. Let me know if you just want an HTA or hobby. And we can do it earlier. We won't do it so late. I apologize for being so late, Tom. Like I said, just getting old, man. Nowhere near as old as some of the wily vets in here that have raised grown men and women already, but actually, I don't think it'd be so bad if the wife wasn't pregnant. I think that's what's killing it. Is it's just she's with the GD is just so much. It's taxing. She can only eat certain things. She's always hungry, so that's the worst. Have anybody said to deal with that with a pregnancy? But whenever you have a pregnant wife that can only eat certain food, and then she's always hungry because she can only eat certain food and so much. Can be rough. Like I said, I'll give it like 5 minutes away for Kyle. Start sleeving some of these and get them ready to be top loaded. But yeah, I was gonna say, and I appreciate you, Tom. I probably should have said that to start. Anybody, I can't believe Michigan beat Ohio State as bad as they did, man. That freshman quarterback looks really good, I think, long-term for them. Like, I think he's going to be a game changer. An absolute game changer. But I'm going to say Kyle. Oh, I mean, I'm still live, Kyle. If you want to do them, I was going to say it's really up to you, buddy. Tag them and bring it in here and see. Maybe we can't find them. Still surprised how much the J-Rod bases are going for, man. It's crazy to me. People are actually selling them for $20. I've seen some guy buy like 5 of them from somebody else. I guess if they grade well, they'll be worth something, right? But, man. I think J-Rod's good, but I don't think he's anywhere near like what Juan Soto is or some of the other guys. Got to give me 2 or 3 years of production before I'm putting you in a your base cards are worth $20 list. Kyle, let me know if you come in here and we'll run the cards. I know you read the message and I tagged you, so just sleeving up Tom's first Chrome to top load them when we get off camera here until, like I said, Kyle, give Kyle another, give him till 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If not, I can always go back live if needed, but you think they can get me on the Ocho for world's fastest sports card sleeve? I think I want to go toe to toe with some of these other big guys. Just, could you imagine? Just guys on their camera sleeving and top loading cards. The first guy to like sleeve and top load 100 cards. I've seen wilder shit on the Ocho. There's like sign flipping and pizza making and hacky sacking or whatever else. Alright, Kyle's going to do one a little bit later, so we'll make a new video. I appreciate you guys watching, coming out. I appreciate you, Tom, especially. You guys have a good night. If you guys come back to watch Kyle's personal, you guys do. If not, I'll catch y'all tomorrow.